Good morning. Welcome to Modern Leadership Monday Mindset. My name is Nina Segura. I am the founder of Metaspire because we just wanted to add lots of M's today. And I'm super excited to bring a conversation to you after a very exciting week, a very nail-biting week for many of us, about what is modern leadership. And specifically, we're going to be talking to Jeff Rinkus, and he is the CEO and managing partner of Billionize, your business. Welcome, Jeff.
Good morning, Nina. I'm really happy to be here and looking forward to the discussion.
Yeah, the reason why I wanted you on this call is because I know that you had initially gone to school for architecture at Penn State, and you then started working for many different companies, but one of your last roles was COO of $1 million business, and then you led that company into a $1 billion business, and that was fantastic. I know you had some really great wins there. And then you went on to start your own company. So I would love for you, just as I see that as a modern leader, I see that as someone who I see you as someone who actually creates from what is given and maximizes it, and then, recreates something new. So, given the topic today, I'd love to hear your thoughts about modern leadership and what you're feeling right now. You had said that you felt like being in the middle was something that you wanted to talk about. So please share with us your thoughts.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that, and I'm glad to have the opportunity. Thanks again. First of all, let me talk about as a voter, I felt like I was in the middle, in the middle of two very different choices. And I think as leaders, I feel that way, and we feel that way as leaders often too. And, when new leaders step into a role, it's oftentimes not supposed to feel that way. Wait, I'm a leader. How can I feel like I'm in the middle? And as leaders, we are in the middle. We're literally in the middle of many, many different issues. And our purpose is to find what I'm calling the conscious third, which is, represent and understand the viewpoints on the left or on the right, or on the top or on the bottom, and bring those viewpoints together in a way that moves the organization forward, your family forward, wherever you choose to be a leader. It's about us putting ourselves in the middle consciously, looking for those challenges around us, using the conscious third, and moving our organization ahead. And that's what I ended up doing at ABB Optical Group. In any engagement that I'm in, I'm fully in, and I'm looking for those different opinions within the company, because those, the left and the right also represents diversity. And when we're diverse, our teams are so much stronger. So I think my challenge to the listeners would be, put yourself in the middle and sometimes I hear people say, why am I always in the middle? Well, if you feel like you're always in the middle, you're in exactly the right place as a leader.
Got it. So in your mind, real leadership is being able to observe all the parts. So, working for an organization in the executive branch, let's say, whether it's the country or anywhere else, and at least and mostly in companies, you have natural fragmentation between marketing and sales. Oftentimes there's disconnects there, operations and HR, technology and operations. And oftentimes I hear lots of disconnects between departments. So what I hear you saying is that's to be able to be conscious of those different voices and to be able to tap into the conscious third, you're calling it, which is like that, like a mindset. Can you say more about, like, as a leader, is it pausing enough to understand the voices and to be able to listen for the yes and between all of that? Or can you say just a little more?
Yeah, it is pausing to understand. It's also seeking to deepen understanding. Like, I know I can learn the most from an opinion or a position that I understand the least. So it's really pausing to deepen my understanding of a particular viewpoint that may be kind of foreign to me, because that's actually probably where I need to go as a leader. As leaders, we have blind spots. And, when we hear an opinion that is quite different than ours, we may not even necessarily pick up on it. That's why consciously, systematically make sure everyone at the table, their voice is heard, and really integrate from there. So it's a conscious listening, it's a deepening, and it's an integration of what we're hearing. And there will be times when we make a decision, of course, and come down on one side of an issue or another. Mm-hmm. But I would say that needs to be after some deep listening and seeking to understand what the viewpoints all around the table are.
That's fantastic. Any bold predictions for what we'll see more of in the future?
Heading into, for the political world, where since we started out in as a voter, we're going to necessarily need to work across the table a lot more in order to accomplish things. Our diversity of viewpoint as human beings have been reflected, I think, in these election results as well. So it's super interesting. And then, as a prediction for business would be conversations like this, the use of Zoom for meetings, first necessarily, and then honestly by choice, allows a much more robust networking, within our leadership team and our really the team that gets things done within our business. So I expect to see a lot more of that. I also expect folks to really actively put themselves in the middle. As voters, I think we did that this time around. So actively putting ourselves in the middle, being conscious about having the responsibility to make responsible choices for ourselves and our business. So I just see a movement towards that. Instead of waiting for someone to take care of things, we're actively inserting ourselves in the middle.
So leaders, in your mind, modern leaders are people who listen deeply to all sides, who are able to make decisions that are bringing people together to the best of your ability as a leader to influence others, and to continue to use technology such as Zoom and other platforms to bring people together.
Yeah, you nailed it. Amina, that's exactly right.
If people want to hear more about you and the work that you do, how can they get a hold of you?
You can find me on billionizeyourbusiness.com, and there are several links there to be able to connect with me. If you would like to schedule a quick intro with me, you can also find me at timewithjeff.com. Timewithjeff.com will take you directly into my calendar, and we'll be able to set a date and chat some more.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. And thank you for listening today. If you want to continue the conversation with us, we have a women's group called womenleadershippower.com, where we inspire, lead, and influence one another without losing our feminine nature. We've just launched modernleadership.com for men, and it's really about staying true to your nature as a man in the workplace. So feel free to join us there. Thank you, Jeff, for joining the conversation and moving things forward. We really appreciate your time. Everyone have a fantastic week.
My pleasure, Nina, and everyone have a fantastic week. Thank you so much.